ladies and gentlemen, the group stages of the Champions League are over. Okay, they're gone. Now join me on an adventure, a Champions League adventure, an adventure that will define the series that is Parma drama. Let's go. If we go out in this first sort of stage, a bit awkward. So then, folks, welcome back to another episode of Parma Drama. We've played a few fixtures since we last met, all wins in the league, so good news. We've got 2 games today. This is going to be a double header of the Champions League, so I'm not going to show you Torino, Inter, Palermo and Perugia. I will tell you how we got on in them, but I'm not going to show you all of them. This is a Champions League only episode, much like quite a few of these. You can see there our final 3 games of the season coming up later on, or probably at the beginning of next week, but Juventus, Milan, Calgary will define it all. But the Champions League, Champions League is where it's at. The team we're going to play today, we've got quite a few players that aren't registered. Messi and Monier still out injured, as is Borba. That's a hit on any team, I think you'll agree. Neri in goal, Manfredini, Carlos Roberto, Rubio, DeMarco at left back, Domingo sitting in front of them with Oliveira and Zidane, Ramirez playing in behind Sharon, who's playing as the deep line forward today, and Alberto Serdi playing as the complete forward. Obviously, not seen too much of him in recent weeks, so it's time for him to put in a performance. Let's get straight into the game then. Manchester United, the opposition, a victory is needed. So there are the fixtures. I guess a couple of big ones there. Dortmund play Juve, Chelsea play Madrid, and we play Manchester United. Time to get into the game. If they're going to play a 4-4-2, I mean, quite happy about that. Okay, so that's the Manchester United team. Quite a few familiar faces. I don't remember playing them too much in the recent past. Ishmael plays up top for them. I do remember now. Zivkovic plays... Oh, blimey, this is going to be painful. Daley Blind's still there. Januzaj playing as a central midfielder. Sisto on the right-hand side. Is Januzaj natural there? He's been converted to a central midfielder. Interesting. They might be quite weak in the middle. I shall exploit. I wasn't joking. We're not exploiting the flanks. We're going to exploit the middle. Okay then, away from home, first leg. It's important to get off to the best start possible. Come on, Parma. Now, I think our squad actually stacks up. Without Monier, Borba and Messi, maybe not. But I think our squad in general will stack up quite well against teams like Manchester United. Sharon, with the first chance of the game, fires over, but a promising start. This is interesting. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but time is flying in this first half. Neri with a goal kick. Not the greatest of goal kicks. Luckily, Rubio is there to clear up the mess that Neri makes. And now Seri is going to bring it forward. Daley Blind puts in the challenge. Ramirez to Sharon. Still quite a few Manchester United players of now playing for them, which is quite interesting, really. You don't normally see that, especially with some of the top European clubs because of the ins and outs they have. But we're doing okay here. Domingo out to DeMarco, who's not been playing left back recently. Dean has been playing there. That's apparently how you say his name. Ramirez in on goal, and that is that a lead? It is a lead. Sharon, Charlize Theron played him through, and a goal from Ramirez. Playing in behind the strikers today. Again, another player that's not featured that heavily, but it's a chance for a few of them to stake their claim for a starting place towards the end of the year. The crunch time, the memory-making time. Memory-making. So you can see the goal here then. Zidane on the spin. Sharon, oh, he's just onside as Ramirez, and as the ball drops to him, volleys past David De Gea, 1-0. Okay, and another highlight perhaps before the half is over. Ishmael, then a player that we've had at Parma once before, has gone on to great things, now playing for Manchester United, obviously in the Champions League. So his career went sideways, probably down a little bit after leaving Parma, but you know, we'll give and take. Sisto now popping up on that left-hand side, didn't start on there. Carrera now into the box and gets a shot at goal. Neri makes the save, and obviously we've got the away goal too, which is important to note. And the highlights are continuing here. Seri into Zidane, Ramirez. He's got men left and right. Sharon doesn't really bring the ball down, but Zidane manages to get in the way of the clearance, gets it back to his feet. Forward to Sharon. Sharon turns his man in on goal. Charlize Theron has just broken the net, and I, for one, have enjoyed it. Charlize Theron then, 2-0. Manchester United are in deep trouble. Zidane, again, do you know what? He links up every single move. Sharon does a weird little heady spin thing, then skates, and then shoots into the goal. I like it very much. He's going to drop that referee's there to make sure it went in, otherwise we'd never know. At half-time then, 2-0 to Parma, and things are looking good. I'm very happy with the way things are going. 2 away goals is absolutely vital. No matter what happens in that second leg, those 2 goals are going to mean everything. Obviously, let's try and score another one, though. More the merrier. Okay, Manchester United with a chance. Ramirez puts in the tackle, though, and from left-back, does an okay clearance, though Shaw does clear it up. Shaw's now playing on the right side. I don't know what Manchester United are doing. They seem to switch their team around all over the place. Sisto back on this. I'll tell you what, Manfredini is a god, and he plays through Seri, who's got Sharon in the middle for him. Chacon makes a good tackle and wins the ball back. But I'll tell you what, that was a lovely tackle by Manfredini. And now Correa, who's caused a few problems down this left-hand side, and has looked at doing so again. Ball into the middle. Rubio clears. Back out to Correa, who puts the ball in one more time. And Ishmael, the former Parma man, gets his head on it. His 15th goal of the season. Manchester United 1, Parma 2, and the goal comes from a former Parma player, Correa. It's a great ball in, to be fair to him, and Ishmael goes through 2 defenders and gets the head-on goal. 2-1, still fine. Nobody needs to panic. Oh no, another free kick. Ishmael in the box. Oliveira has given away a penalty, and from 2-0 up, it looks like it might be levelled. That happened very quickly. Oh, this is a shame. Zivkovic is going to step up to take it and scores it. Sends Neri the wrong way. And from 2-0 down and looking out of it, Manchester United have done a Manchester United thing from the 2000s and the late 90s, and they've fought back for victory. Well, not for victory, but feels like victory to level the score in the crowd behind the goal. Go wild. Oh, and just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, Manchester United come forward again. Sisto, ball in. Ishmael's there. Well, tell you what, that would have been heartbreaking, but the official has ruled it out rightly. We don't need to check it. I know, oh, you usually check the offside. No, this is definitely, he was definitely right. Sisto has got so much space, it is terrifying. Breaks into the middle, shot at goal. Neri saves, but things have turned for the worse. We're going to go defensive, hold these 2 goals, take it back to Parma, and then beat them. And then I'll tell you what, I'm talking and thinking there won't be a highlight for a while, and then we're back on it. Grealish with the ball in, Zivkovic from close range, and off game. He's like, no, never mind, he's disallowed. Again, the correct decision. And there we are then. Manchester United 2, Parma 2. I will see you in a short while. I've got 4 games to play now to let you know, well, what's going to happen in the second leg. Stay tuned. For you, it's literally seconds away. So the sooner I stop talking, the quicker you'll see it. Sorry, I've wasted everybody's time. So then, folks, a few minutes later, or like half an hour later, and we're continuing on. As you can see there from that screen, 4 wins. Torino, Inter, Palermo, Perugia, which puts our league form now looking very good. We've not lost in a long time. So level on points with Juve. There's a storyline there, isn't there? We'll see how it goes towards the end of the season. Gabriel Jesus is banging them in, as is Sean, actually, who's in really good form. I was just going to show you this before we went on to the next section. His form in the recent games is absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, scored against Manchester United, and since that match has scored 2 in 3 of the 4 games played. So he's really on some hot form. Hopefully, he'll continue that today, especially as we're still not really fit with Monier yet, and Messi's injured too. So that's good to see, isn't it? I'm just looking at the team there. Oh, good, Sigurdsson. Do you know what? We're playing Gylfi Sigurdsson and winning games. It's mesmeric. So Messi's out now, as is Monier. So and so Seri. All right, what are we going to do? This is going to be fun. Okay, so this was the solution to play Ramirez on the right, Dene or Dine, how you ever say his name, on the left side. It's too late in the series now to start coming up with nicknames for people. Lucas we'll go with. I've had a Lucas though. Oh God, I wasn't expecting this. So yeah, let's get into it then. Manchester United are the opposition. This is the team we're going with. Neri in goal, Manfredini, Carlos Roberto, Rubio, DeMarco, Borba, Oliveira and Zidane, who are becoming quite the partnership. Very much enjoying them. We'll look at them at the end of the season, see how they've actually got on together. Ramirez and LD on the left, and Charlize Theron is up top for us. So let's get into today's game. We know that a point, or well, a draw, depending on the goals, will be enough. At home, with 2 away goals at Old Trafford, things are looking good. This is quite interesting. I'll reveal now, folks, in the middle of this video, my beta save for Football Manager 2016 will be Manchester United. So really, I'm scouting, although it doesn't really work 10 years later after. So then they played a 4-4-2 last time, and they're going with it again. Daley Blind and Januzaj in the middle. I mean, I feel like that's a core we should be beating. Ishmael and Zivkovic up top, though. Ishmael, very, very good. I mean, he's a man that we've got to stop. And on the other side, Zivkovic, he must be in his sort of later 20s by now, 27. Very, very capable strikers. So we're going to have to be on our game. Those 2 centre-backs, Rubio and Carlos Roberto, are going to be tested. So let's see how we get on. Phil Jones playing at right back. I'm confident. So then, folks, really, we know that if we score, things are looking good. If we don't score, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Now then, I do feel as if the first goal of the game is going to be the most important goal of the game. If we get it, puts us in a very strong position. If they get it, we're going to have to be more wary of what happens later in the game. And as you can see here, we are dominating the ball early on until Daily Blind puts quite a good tackle in, and they come forward with it. Ishmael now forward to Januzaj, who finds Zivkovic into the box. Neri with a good save, an early chance for Manchester United, a good early chance. We started the game in counter. I've already switched to attacking. I feel like the best form of defence in this occasion will be attack. So here we have Manfredini on this right hand side, becoming an absolute stalwart. He's like the Gary Neville of Parma, to use a Manchester United phrase. He's really getting to grips. He's Parma born, so he's enjoying his role as right back now. Carlos Roberto and Borba combine nicely, and Oliveira and Zidane, everyone's having a touch of the ball in this, I'd say, attack until Daily Blind puts his foot in. Oliveira to Manfredini, Zidane cut out by Januzaj, not what you'd expect from him. But yeah, he's doing quite a good job. What I might do is put another attacking midfielder a little bit further forward as Zivkovic goes through on goal. Good save by Neri. I just feel like if we can really dominate the middle of the pitch, I know Borba is instrumental in there playing a defensive role, but if we can get someone to really hassle Blind and Januzaj, that'll be useful. Look at me talking tactics. 96 episodes in. I mean, 97 episodes in. 90 something episodes in. Free kick. Ramirez puts it in. Headed clear by Januzaj. Zidane picks it up though, and now LD with a ball in and a foul. Chacon on Sharon, and we've got a penalty kick. I'm not sure who's taking this. Number 3. Is that DeMarco? DeMarco takes the penalty. DeMarco strikes in. Federico DeMarco with a very important penalty on the stroke of half time. Lovely finish, lovely goal. The penalty sort of came out of nowhere. It was very unexpected, but we're not complaining. We'll take it to the bank, and there we have it. DeMarco stepping up, banging it home. Lovely. That means now that if Manchester United score 3 without us scoring again, then they will go through. So the next goal is also quite important. Alternatively, no more goals or just 1 goal and we will go through. Even 2 goals. Actually, no, 2 goals they'll go through. I forgot the rules. Sharon takes on his man. Ramirez into the box. Ramirez second chance. Oh, he's hit it wide. Both hands on the head. And obviously I was going to put forward that attacking player. No longer need to do that. Just keeping that defensive shape. At some point, about 80, we'll go defensive. We might switch things up a little bit. There we are. We're at 80 minutes. We'll pause the game and have a moment of thought. Alright, Borba off, Vidal on. Borba's had a fantastic game. I just want to get some extra sort of running legs in there. Zidane's going to go off for Domingo too, also going to come on as a deep-lying playmaker. Of course, it makes us a little bit more settled, a little bit more set. If we go for a structured defensive shape now, that should see out the game. We're going Italian. We've only got a couple of Italians in there. But 2 defenders though, in fairness. Let's hope we can hold on for the last 10 minutes. Around the grounds, plenty of goals flying in. We'll have a look at that after this. I'll tell you what, folks, it's looking good. About 30 seconds to go, and the Champions League dream, the adventure, I said at the start of the episode, the adventure starts right now. If you're with me on the adventure, if you believe we can do it, I think we've got a fantastic chance. Smash a like on the video before we get to the end. Come on, Parma. This looks like it's going to be ours. 10 seconds left now as the time ticks away. Ramirez runs clear with it. This defensive shape is going to be unbreakable at home. And there we have it. Parma 1, Manchester United 0. And there we are then. Oh, success. We're through to the next round. So then, folks, that does bring us to the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed it, as I say, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. From me, Dr. Benji, with love with care. Until the next Parma drama tomorrow, I'll see you again. Goodbye.